Hello, my Capricorns. This is Liz, the Light Siren, back for your April 2020 reading. I understand because of what's going on in the world that everyone's having a different experience. Some of you may be quarantined, self-isolating. Some of you may be going about business as usual. So I just want you to take this reading and apply it to your own individual unique situation as it applies, okay, as it resonates. Also remember, if these messages don't resonate with you, make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign placement readings because you may have more messages there for you. And I always ask that the messages come through for the people who need it most, so maybe next month it'll resonate more. All right, let's get into it. Oh, I do have another quick announcement. If you're interested in doing a private reading with me, I'm doing pay what you can readings for the month of April. So definitely hit me up. My email is thelightsirens333@gmail.com. That info is going to be in the description box below. All right, let's get into prayer, Cappies. Om Namah Shivaya Ganesha Datura Woodbetni, our own source, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters, please be with me to advise and guide the collective sign of Capricorn for April 2020. Thank you. Thank you. Capricorn, your energy, I'm feeling it in my heart and my solar plexus. It feels like you feel a little bit lost, a little discouraged, maybe not so confident right now. Wow. I didn't even have to shuffle, this just flipped out. So your overall energy is the Star. Right now you're kind of incubating, right? This kind of experience, especially for those of you who are like me and you're self-isolating, you may be experiencing this period of waiting, but this is also giving you an opportunity to really dip into your hopes and dreams and understand that part of yourself that is a dreamer. Okay? This is Aquarian energy. You might also have Aquarius in your chart. If not, it doesn't matter. This is just your overall energy right now of dipping into your hopes and dreams. What did you want to do when you were a little kid? If money wasn't an obstacle, what would you do? And maybe this kind of disappointed, kind of insecure or like lost feeling is coming from a place where you have these big hopes and dreams and you want to participate in like some kind of collective upheaval and revolution, but you don't exactly know how to do it, and you feel a little bit lost and a little bit small, to be honest. That's what it feels like. It's almost like, who am I to do these things? How can I do these things? What is Source actually guiding me to do at this time? So I feel like for you, Capricorn, right now, it's pretty existential, pretty philosophical, and pretty spiritual for you guys, the place that you're in. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what the energies are for you guys. This is your overall energy for the month and for right now where you're at. Let's get into love and career. I'll pull 3 cards for love, please. Yeah, it feels almost like you can't trust your hopes and dreams. Like you know what you'd like to do, how you want to contribute. Saturn moved into Aquarius and it moves back into Capricorn and then it moves back into Aquarius at the end of December. So there's like these shifts happening in our collective, and I feel like you're very in touch with it because you're very aware as, the Saturn, as the Saturn sign, you're very aware of system structures, how things are organized, and you're very sensitive to it, and you're very sensitive to any shifts that take place systematically. So I feel like you're being very affected by this because while on one hand this is allowing you to see a brighter future and how you could work with things you actually want to do and dip into those bigger hopes and dreams, you're wondering how it's going to be possible if all of this other stuff is going on, if everything's breaking down systematically. You're wondering how you're going to be supported by the universe, but this Star card is here to tell you that you are supported by the universe and you are being guided to dip into these hopes and dreams, okay? Yeah. This popped out as I was talking. Don't allow yourself to have this kind of inner fighting, right? This kind of like inner monologue of, I want to do this thing, but oh, what's the point? oh, I want to do this thing, but oh, why would you even do that? Like, who are you? Who's going to listen to you? Why does it matter? No one cares. Like, all this kind of like inner, like different energies coming at you from all directions within yourselves, different parts of yourself fighting. That's what this feels like, especially because it came through in reverse. All right. I'm going to stop blabbing. Can I get 3 cards for love, please? Thank you. Three cards for love. Can I get 2 more cards for love, please? Okay. I'm going to get 3 for career. Career is also purpose, calling, you know, it's not necessarily just jobs, but the, you know, the work that you do as a soul, like your soul journey here on Earth in this timeline. Seems like work is a little slow. It feels like there's some stagnation in this area. And maybe this is, yeah, this is that part of you that feels a little lost. Like, you know, Capricorn, you have all these skills, you have all these, you know, maybe degrees, certifications, things like that. Very earthly kind of, like statusy type stuff. I know it's very stereotypical 10th house, but like a lot of Capricorns do appreciate having it on paper to see the work that they've done, and they like to have that kind of recognition of how much work they've put towards something. So you may have a lot of different interests, a lot of different hopes and dreams, and right now it's just about, you're a little confused about what your actual goal is, and that's very uncomfortable for any earth sign to not, especially Capricorn though, to not have a solid goal to work towards. And that's what I'm feeling coming through for you guys. It's almost like feeling lost about what you actually want. Like, what is actually important to you? And actually, this month is the perfect time for all of us to think about those things, because we have a lot of action going on with Taurus. So this is going to make us question our valuables, principles, beliefs. And we also have Jupiter and Pluto conjuncting, and that's going to bring about, you know, what is the truth? What is the truth within the society systematically, but also within ourselves? What is breaking down within ourselves? How are we going to do things differently in a way that's, again, with the star card, Aquarius energy, things need to break down so we can work in ways that are more authentic to us. We need to create system structures, values, principles, and beliefs that are more authentic to us and support the collective as well as ourselves. So this is very on point with the collective energy for April. I've noticed that like every sign is kind of tuned in to like a different like collective energy aspect of like, just in terms of the astrology. So yeah, very interesting. All right. So for love, we have the Knight of Wands. There may be a fire sign coming or trying to come towards you, or this is you. Maybe you have fire in your chart. If not, this is just someone. If it's not you, it's someone else who wants to take action and move towards you. Maybe they really miss you, and because of everything that's going on, they're wondering, okay, when can I make my move? When can I get out there? When can I see them? But this is someone who wants to take quick action, and it's very passionate energy. Someone is definitely missing you, or you're missing someone, and it's like, on like a physical level too, like the message and the feeling I'm getting in my body is almost like a yearning for that person. Like you just want to be able to touch them, to kiss them, to be near them, to feel their passion and their energy again. Ace of Cups. Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? Yes. So yeah, this cup that I think this person wants to bring to you, it's in the reverse because it's not the time. They're not actually able to see you, maybe because of some self-isolation. If not, this could be you thinking that maybe this is not the relationship for you, this is not the person for you. Maybe you're turning down someone's cup, okay? So I'm feeling a little bit of tension here in respect to love. Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? Yes. Okay, interesting. So this is a 6, so this is a balancing card, trying to come about some harmony, upright. This is recognition, being celebrated, feeling celebrated. In the reverse, this could be, with this Ace of Cups, that you're feeling like whatever relationship this is isn't actually speaking to you, and you feel like you're not being recognized in the way you want. Again, with the Star, Aquarius, like, it may not be feeling authentic to you anymore, and maybe you're a little afraid. You're feeling a little anxious about telling this person this because you care about them a lot. Like, this cup is here, it's overflowing, but at the same time you just feel like something's off. Like, either you're not feeling like you're getting the recognition you deserve in the relationship, like you're not getting the care and support you deserve, or you are wanting to detach from this person or turn down their cup that they're offering you, and they're coming in hot and coming in quick, and you're like, oh, this energy feels really intense, but like, I don't think this is speaking to me, and I don't feel like I want to recognize this at this time. We're going to pull more energy on that in a second. That's very interesting. So for career, like I said, yeah, 8 of Wands in reverse. So upright, the 8 of Wands is all about movement, travel. This is pure energy. It's the one tarot card in this deck that doesn't have any people in it, right? Even like the aces, they have hands, right? This is pure energy, direction. This is fire, force. In the reverse, yeah, not much happening right now, not much movement. Now is not the time. Not sure. Again, feeling lost, like you don't have a direction in terms of career purpose right now. Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? No, okay. So this is you're being called at this time because you don't feel like you have a direction to go inward a little more. And I know Capricorns, especially if you're a Capricorn with Cancer in your chart, the past 8 months, really since like last June or whatever, has been a lot of going within, a lot of internal, a lot of introspection, a lot of, bringing up old trauma, wounds, especially about purpose and work and status, your status in the world, who you are in the world, your identity in terms of what you do and your purpose. So I'm sorry to say it, but there's a little more work to do here, and I would just accept that and go with it. I would tap into the Star card, meditate on your hopes and dreams. Meditate, like literally visualize, just lay down and visualize yourself doing something you love, and just let that image sit with you and feel all the emotions that are associated with it. And if it feels right, if it feels pure and very authentic, and it brings you joy and you feel fulfillment when you visualize it, that's something that you might want to move towards. So I would just take these different skills, interests, whatever it is that's calling to you, just kind of meditate on the ideas and sift through these various ideas and hopes and dreams, and allow Source to connect to you and tell you what's right for you based on the passion and the joy you feel in your heart space, okay? So a little exercise you can do with this, or with anything, if you're ever unsure about something, what I do, and I've been doing this for years. This is something that I thought, was just something that I do, but I've been hearing more people talking about it, which is really exciting. It's not just me, it's a real thing. And what that thing is when you're meditating, get in a meditative space and then ask a question or think about something, and if you feel your energy swell in your heart space, that's usually a yes, or at least it's something that's bringing you joy, and it's something to look into further. But for me, if I feel it in my heart space after I ask a question, it's a yes, and if I feel it in my gut, it's a no. If it feels like a sinking feeling, that's a no. If it feels like joy and bliss and love, that's a yes. And I've heard some people say other things like, when it's a no, they feel it more in their head space. For me, it's in my gut, so it might be different for you, but generally we can rely on what our heart tells us, because the heart is very connected to our intuition. All of the energy from our root chakra up and from our crown chakra down meets in the heart space to be filtered. Our heart is another brain, right? And so is our gut. So these different spaces in our body, these emotional centers, can tell us what we need, what's good for us, what we actually love, what brings us joy, because a lot of times, especially for, you know, more heady signs like Capricorn, you know, a lot of times Capricorn, we can get stuck in what we think we should do versus what we truly want to do. So yeah, I feel like with the Star card and this Four of Swords, definitely use that as a meditation this month to really reflect on the hopes and dreams you have. Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? See, that's an example. When I ask that question, I ask yes or no. I'm feeling it either in my heart or my gut. That's my tool that I use. That's very in touch with my clairsentience. It's a psychic ability, and I think that we all have it. It's just about getting in touch with it, and some of us have just been very in tune since birth, like I have, but we all have this ability to tap into that tool. So yeah, let me ask again, because I wasn't actually paying attention. Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? No. So again, right now, this is a 6, so this is another balancing card. So right now it seems like there's a lot of balance taking place in your love life and in terms of your career, work, purpose, soul journey. It seems like you're really balancing yourself out, mind, body, spirit, and understanding what's authentic to you, again with the Star card. And this is also saying to share. So I think, you know, when you meditate on this stuff, find someone that you can share with, and share these different ideas and hopes and dreams with, and kind of bounce ideas off each other. Because remember, Pentacles isn't always money. Pentacles represents mind, body, spirit connection, and how that connects on the earth plane, right? It's not just money. Money is a representation of 3D abundance, right? And that's more related to Taurus, the second house. For your 10th housers, I want you to think about bouncing ideas off of someone else regarding your status, your purpose, your place in life. Okay, so sharing your ideas with people, and also like getting in touch with a group, a community, right? We want to stay in touch with community at this time, especially if you're isolating, if you're self-isolating, because Capricorn, I know like you can be a little introverted, and the worst thing to do at this time is to, you know, totally seclude yourself and lose touch with the community you do have. So yeah. But also with the Six of Pentacles, I'm feeling like whatever direction you're heading in is going to be more in an area of service and sharing with others, because the Six of Pentacles does speak to sharing and giving and finding a balance between caring for yourself and others. So you may have other earth placements in your chart. If not, you're being called to use your status and your place in the world as an area in which you can also support others. And maybe that's a shift in direction from you. Maybe you weren't really doing that before. Maybe before you were doing a lot of more individually oriented things, and it was kind of just more a solo ordeal. But especially, again, with the Star card, Aquarius energy, it's about the collective. And with the Six of Pentacles, this is you sharing. So I'm feeling, Capricorn, that you're moving into more of a leadership space in regards to a community, a collective, a group. Something to keep in mind. And maybe that's why with this love situation over here, you know, you're not quite sure you want to be you're not quite sure you want to receive this cup, because you're not sure if you want to give yourself to one person right now. Especially with all this introspection going on, it sounds a lot like you need community support and you need to go within. And Capricorn, sometimes you can get pretty isolated when you're in a relationship, because you're introverted. You know, like your partner becomes like the only person you hang out with or whatever, you know. Not for everyone, but for some of you, I'm getting that vibe. Got 3 more cards here. Wow. You're cooking up something big here, Capricorn. You're manifesting something huge. And I'm feeling like this Queen of Wands here, this Queen's Wand is the last piece of the puzzle for you to manifest this dream that's coming through. And this dream is coming through from source. It's divinely guided. Remember, Capricorn, a lot of people want to stereotype you guys as like money-hungry CEOs, but Capricorn, when enlightened, is the disciple. It's someone who is able to lead others to the light. lead people from the physical plane into, into the light. I mean, according to the Bible, Jesus is a Capricorn. Some people debate his birth date, but it doesn't really matter, because I think the imagery there, and I'm not religious, but I think the imagery here of Jesus is this magician, right? In my personal opinion, Jesus was a healer. He was someone who was very in touch with his psychic abilities, and he was sent here by Source to share those ideas with everyone. He said, he even said, and greater things you will do, right? So Jesus was a person who was very in touch with his psychic abilities, who was a magician, right? You're learning how to be that magician, that disciple. You're being called to be that kind of leader. Not necessarily like, a Jesus type, but at least like someone who leads others in a way that is enlightening, leading others to the light. And with this Queen of Wands energy, it feels like the last piece of the puzzle for you is this confidence. Remember what I said at the beginning? I was feeling like you guys weren't feeling confident about it. Almost like you don't feel like you deserve it. But this Queen of Wands here is saying that you do deserve it, but you need to let go. And remember that Five of Wands that came out. You need to let go of that inner self-sabotaging energy of fighting with yourself, debating with yourself, like, is this actually for me? If you feel like this dream is coming from Source, if you feel like it's aligned with your highest good, then yes, it is for you. You need to let go. You need to let go and let Source bring this wand to you. Accept it so you can manifest this dream you have. Powerful energy, Capricorn. I mean, yeah, this is your time of huge transformation. I mean, you're right along with the collective, with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, and now we're going to have, or I think we already have, Jupiter and Pluto conjunction in Capricorn. I mean, this is like huge, expansive, transformational energy for Capricorns. And for, the whole collective, for all of humanity, but especially if you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart. I mean, this is about to be, this is your time to shine. Yeah, so there's a little bit of instability within you, though. That's the thing. And it's because of what's happening in the collective. You're having to kind of juggle what is your energy and what is the collective energy. And the thing with that is, like, it can make you feel unstable and like there's chaos, but the chaos within you generally is a reflection of the chaos that is external to you. So definitely do more meditation and try to get yourself in a space where you can feel more balanced, because yeah, there's a lot going on in the world and it seems like it's affecting you. It's making you feel insecure, unstable. And I think it's because, Capricorn, you like to know what's going on. You like to know what's going on, and it can be a little stressful to wait things out. That's what the sevens are. They're waiting numbers. This flew out right as I was about to say that. You feel a little uncomfortable waiting. You like to know what's going on. You like to know what's expected of you. And right now, you're in a little bit of a limbo space, right? You're the Hanged Man also. You may have Pisces or water in your chart. If not, that's okay. But this is you kind of waiting for your crops to grow so you can harvest. It's not quite harvest time yet. You know what? I feel called. I only did this for one other reading, and it's interesting. I'm doing it for you guys too. I'm going to ask for some guidance. When can we see things starting to move again for our Capricorns? 3 months. 1 and 2 is 3 months. But also 12 is your birth month. So June, July through December is going to be your time, and I think in 3 months you're going to see some big movement happening, some inspiration coming through. Yeah. Some inspiration coming through from Source, something divinely guided. I feel like this group is very, like, for Capricorns, you guys are very spiritual. Like, you are, like, the Jesus type of Capricorn, the one who is very, very earthy, like walking barefoot, you know, like sharing meals with people, breaking bread, wanting to be a leader, like giving wisdom, you know, like that father time vibe, like grandfather earth is what I'm feeling. And this High Priestess card is also a part of that. This is you being very spiritually guided. And this can almost appear religious, but I don't think you have to be religious. If you are, that's okay. Like I said, I'm not, but I'm, you know, you can be very in tune with your spirituality without religion. But this is you seeking out spirituality and accepting that as a part of your purpose and your process. Can I get some more advice about love for my dear Capricorns? What's going on with love for my Capricorns? What's with that cup in reverse? Who is this Knight of Wands? Is this supposed to be here, yes or no? Yes. What about this one? No. This one? Yes. This one? No. This one? No. Okay. So we just had 2 cards. All right. Page of Pentacles. So whoever this Knight of Wands is it may be a fellow earth sign or it's you. And yeah, there is a message, right? But it's a message of stability. Like, look, we've been working on this for a while. 9 of Wands, almost to the 10 of Wands. It's like, are we going to make it? But it's also, this is you creating a boundary of some sort, communicating a boundary. You need some sort of stability, or there's something that you're not getting out of this relationship. There's something you're not getting out of this relationship, and I feel like it's just not speaking to you right now, like sexually, emotionally, and you're feeling like it's almost done, I want to say. Like, I'm sorry. If this resonates, then go with it. But I feel like with this 9 of Wands, it's like you're almost reaching a precipice of something. And that precipice for you is either going to be, okay, I accept this cup, but you better recognize some shit, right? It's either going to be that, or it's going to be, we've almost reached a precipice and we've done everything we can. The energy is at its peak and I don't want this. The choice is yours, but the energy is reaching a precipice of some kind, so a message will be coming through, whether it's from you or from this other person. There will be some sort of movement. You're on the brink of it, but there's going to be a message coming through from this person, and I think it might be an offer of stability. So it's either saying to someone, I need stability, I need to know if we're committed or not, I need to know if you're going to be here physically or not, or it's the other person saying that to you. And you're going to have to decide what you want. But for a lot of you, because this cup is in reverse, I feel like it's you being like, this isn't speaking to me right now. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, there's no like harsh swords energy there or anything. So I feel like it's going to be a smooth transition, whatever happens for you. And that's really good to know. I feel like the big heartbreaks that happened to you probably back in like, November, December, for a lot of Capricorns, there was some heartbreak going on. But this feels like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like, you know what? It's not working out and that's okay. Like no sweat off my back. It's just not working out. Any other messages for my Capricorns? No? Okay. All right, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. If you want a personal reading, remember I'm doing pay what you can readings for April only, so make sure you hit me up. If I don't see you next month. Peace and love.